Larry and I worked together. I don't know a lot about it. It was apparently at a football game, though.
Well, Larry and Sheila, they met.
We used to go there to the football games and mock all of the players.
Larry's on the football team. He was like a football jock.
Right, so we'd practice all sorts of plays, button hooks and stuff, and I told him, like, you can't defend the corner route.
And Sheila, my sister, was kind of more like an edgy girl. She dressed a little goth, all black and all that sort of thing. And
Sheila was this mouthy little girl who'd sometimes show up to games, didn't care about football at all, just show up with her friends now and again, right?
razzing all the other players.
And we're just doing warm-ups and stuff like that, and I tell Larry, go long kind of thing. Throw the ball over his head.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this football came.
Hit her right in the mouth, right? So she's bleeding all over the place.
Larry came up, ran up through the bleachers. And
old Smitty picks her up, carries her all the way to the nurse's office. Didn't even know her and does that, right?
He thought, what is this jock guy?
He did it on the Jumbotron.
I kind of helped him out with the whole thing.
Every year they would go to a football game on their anniversary.
He really, really loves my sister.
Well, the proposal happened at a football game, but that was what Smitty was passionate about.
Proposed to her on the huge jumbo screen and said, "Will you marry me, Sheila?" And it was dramatic, and there was fireworks and everything.
It was just too much for her, so she actually said no.
And she said no.
She said no.
No.
Didn't talk to him, I think, for a couple of weeks. And
what Sheila did is she took him to one of her favorite shows.
She decided to take him to a Cure concert, and
that was kind of more her element, right? Was music and all that kind of stuff, right?
And she proposed to him there.
That's not the way I'd want to, get engaged, but she was a different cat.
Actually, I don't know anything about the bachelor party.
Well, the bachelor party was awesome, and that was one epic night, man. I got him so drunk, it was crazy, right? Smitty was just all out of it and everything like that, and I even ended up getting him home, right?
I don't know a lot about it. He wanted Sheila to call poison control.
Oh, I guess later he did have to go to the hospital, get his stomach pumped, but it was a hell of a night.
And it was a beautiful wedding. They really, really care for each other, so it was just fantastic.
Chubby Bunnies. All you do is you basically take a whole bunch of marshmallows and try and shove as many in your mouth as you can, right? 1, 2, 3, get them back in there, right?
When we were really young,
and then you got to say Chubby Bunnies, right?
Sister decided, well, I'm going to take all these marshmallows and shove them in my mouth, all like that.
So Larry was a pretty quiet guy. Biggest mouth ever, right? You could fit so many in there, it was incredible. I don't see Smitty as much anymore, right?
He felt that it was his responsibility to take care of the two of them. So he spent all of his time working.
Yeah, and that's no way to live, man.
They were off to Whitecourt to see his family. And
I guess Smitty and Sheila, they hadn't seen her parents since the wedding, so they decided to surprise them. And
I don't really know exactly what happened.
He was exhausted. It was, I think, 14 hours he put in on that Thursday.
He was tired.
The car was totaled, and
she gets in, puts on her seatbelt, and I don't know how, but she falls asleep within seconds.
Shouldn't have been driving.
Neither of them made it, so.
I can't talk about Thanksgiving weekend anymore.
I just can't do that.
Two, three, probably by 4. Oh God. Jumble. He's awesome at this. He's so good, right? He's this thing. Mm-mm.